A disturbing new post by Colleen Hoover has left us all wondering if she's okay.
This may be either a new rock bottom for me or the best thing that's ever come out of my brain.
Colleen Hoover just posted a video that's shaking the internet, and trust me, you don't want to miss this. In her Instagram story, she was so rattled it's like she'd just seen a ghost. Or maybe just too many spoilers. Some even say she seemed high, which might explain the free-floating poetic rants.
It's really kind of wild, like truly crazy. Colleen Hoover posted this video on her Instagram stories yesterday, and it's very alarming.
As we all know, Baldoni practically poured his heart and his money into buying the rights to Colleen Hoover's novel and reached out with all the passion he has for his work. He was there, ready to launch a dream project, thinking he'd found the perfect partner. But then Hoover betrayed him, flipped the script, and completely sided with Blake Lively. Hoover had to choose between the hard-working Baldoni and the glittery drama of Blake, and she went full-on Sparkles mode.
She was really slowly taking over this movie. She hijacked this movie from him.
Colleen Hoover kicked off her Instagram meltdown with a line that had everyone doing a double take. She declared something along the lines of, "This could either be my rock bottom or the best thing my brain's ever come up with," and then went on to show off her quirky ritual, pouring Diet Pepsi into her Pepsi ice cubes so she could sip on what she claimed would be the best Pepsi experience ever.
Look at this. I poured Diet Pepsi into my ice cubes so that I will have the best Diet Pepsi I've ever had in my life.
She doesn't look all right if you ask me. People have started to wonder, what is she on? And that too early in the morning.
Then this was posted at the latest 11 a.m., which doesn't make it any better that she's that lit. Like, is it pills? Is it people are like, ooh, the gummy just hit? That's a lot more than a gummy.
Most people start their day with a quiet breakfast or some meditation. But when start your day by publicly questioning your life choices while chugging a weird Pepsi experiment, that's when you know something's wrong. And if you're already this overwhelmed at sunrise, how bad is the rest of your day gonna get?
Crazy, wild, wackadoodle do.
Let's not ignore the obvious. This whole episode wasn't just about Pepsi and merch. This was stress, pure and simple. And people are saying that this meltdown is the only way she can cope with the relentless backlash after supporting Blake Lively, who, let's not forget, is losing her legal battle against Justin Baldoni.
Here we go.
Do you think other people do this? We put water in our water.
The internet wasn't about to let Colleen Hoover have her Pepsi-induced meltdown in peace. Nope. Fans dragged her like a bad book plot twist, and let's just say, the reviews were not glowing.
We put water in our water. Do y'all put wine in your wine? I guess you don't drink wine with ice cubes, though.
People flooded social media with reactions that ranged from, "What in the Wendy Williams is going on here?" to, "Xanax? She is probably crying for help." Some were genuinely concerned, while others were just enjoying the train wreck. And of course, there were those who went full English professor mode, breaking down her behavior like it was a tragic character arc in one of her own novels.
Colleen Hoover does not seem to be doing so hot. Some people said that she posts stuff like this quite often, or at least like did during COVID era.
One user wrote, "Those are high thoughts, LOL. Only someone stoned would think about freezing Diet Pepsi to put in Diet Pepsi." Another chimed in with, "This is what happens to people when they are depressed and they turn to alcohol or drugs because they know if they've done wrong, and I think she knows she did wrong to Justin Baldoni. I hope her and Blake get what's coming to them for their behavior, their lies, their manipulation, their harassment, and their betrayal." And my personal favorite? Sis is acting like she just realized she's not the main character. The internet never disappoints.
I know you're under a lot of stress, but I mean, I'm not waking up and rolling out of bed at 8 a.m. and then posting about putting water and, you know, coming up with the novel idea of freezing Diet Pepsi to put into your Diet Pepsi.
One viral tweet read, Colleen Hoover is over on Instagram high on antidepressants, obsessing over Pepsi, like she didn't make a mockery out of domestic violence with her friends. Fans pointed out how she's always leaned into emotional storytelling, but now it's like she's living out a plot twist she didn't see coming. One fan even joked, it's about to end with her if she doesn't stop.
Basically, she got up, got dressed, made this video is what it would seem like out of like a normal weekday morning. And this is how she's already acting slurred, delays speech. And then whenever she posts the follow-up talking about that we should all buy her merch because it's on sale right now, she already seems to be a little bit more with it. Maybe the Pepsi was helping. Maybe that's why she needs Pepsi in the morning instead of coffee.
But the real kicker? Some people think this wasn't just stress. This was guilt. Because after siding so hard with Blake Lively, and now watching her lose in court, Hoover might just be realizing she backed the wrong horse. And let's face it, nothing makes a bad decision feel worse than the entire internet reminding you about it. Now, if you've been following Colleen Hoover for a while, you'd know this isn't her first time having a moment online. Sure, she's not out here fighting with people like some authors, but she does have a history of letting her emotions take over.
I mean, I know she's not named in any of the lawsuits, she's not facing litigation, but I feel like her reputation right now is kind of taking a hit.
Remember when she announced a coloring book version of It Ends With Us? Fans were horrified. Like, why would anyone want to color in scenes from a book about DV? The backlash was so intense that she had to pull the entire project, and let's just say, the internet roasted her for it. She apologized, but people still bring it up as an example of her not always thinking things through.
2 years ago, I saw that she tried to launch a coloring book based on It Ends With Us. And people were like, you are launching a coloring book for a movie that's about domestic violence? Don't you think that's a bit distasteful? So she got a lot of backlash from that, and she retracted it, and she said she was sorry about it.
And then there's her tendency to overshare. Colleen loves to get personal with her fans, but sometimes it backfires. She's posted about her struggles, her emotions, and even her regrets. But this latest meltdown, this one hit differently.
There was a reputation that was tarnished as a result of this, and there were damages that were experienced as a result of this as well.
Some fans are even saying this might be the worst one yet. Like crying over book drama? Sure. But waking up first thing in the morning and deciding to emotionally unravel on camera before even having breakfast? That's a new level. It's giving, I just woke up and chose chaos energy.
Colleen Hoover wrote this book about abuse, but seemed unable to pick up the abuse that was happening right under her nose.
And this brings up a bigger issue. Is Colleen just someone who wears her heart on her sleeve, or is she spiraling because she knows she backed the wrong side? At this point, it's not even a question. Colleen Hoover is losing her mind in real time. And the internet is watching like it's the season finale of a messy reality show.
On December 20th, Colleen Hoover made her support of Blake Lively clear to the public. She stopped short of throwing Justin Baldoni under the bus, but her statement was definitively loud and clear, especially given the fact that she attended all of the promos and the screenings with Blake and Brandon.
Imagine going all in for a celebrity, defending them, standing by their side, only to realize, whoops, that might have been a mistake. That's exactly what's happening to Colleen right now. She put her reputation on the line for Blake Lively, only for Blake to start losing in court. And let's be real, it's one thing to support a friend, but it's another thing to tie your entire identity to their legal battle.
So Colleen posted this in response to that filing. She wrote, Blake Lively, you have been nothing but honest, kind, supportive, and patient since the day we met. Thank you for being exactly the human that you are. Never change, never wilt.
Now, instead of looking like a loyal supporter, Colleen looks like she made a reckless, emotional decision, one that's coming back to bite her. The internet is ruthless, and people are dragging her for picking a side she didn't have to pick. It's like watching someone bet their entire life savings on a horse that tripped before the race even started.
She adored Justin. She did. I'm sorry. She absolutely adored Justin.
Colleen has always had a huge fan base, but lately, that loyalty has been cracking. Between people calling out her writing, accusing her of being out of touch, and now this latest breakdown, her her once rock-solid reputation is looking shaky.
Like I said, she got Blakeified, Reynoldsified, and suddenly she's in love with Blake in so much that she's allowing Justin to be treated terribly. That's the way the public is reading this, and they're right to read it that way.
Let's not forget, this woman built her brand on emotional storytelling, and now the drama in her own life is starting to overshadow her books. People used to cry over It Ends With Us. Now, they're laughing at her Diet Pepsi breakdown and making memes.
And so the tables turned very quickly against Colleen. People expected her to then now give a more informed answer, a more informed response as to how she could have gone along with what is appearing to be such obvious forms of bullying.
Let's be honest, Colleen Hoover is not used to this level of backlash. Sure, she's had criticism before, but nothing like this. Social media is eating her alive, and instead of handling it gracefully, she's spiraling right in front of us.
She should make a statement in his favor because the proof is overwhelming, and she has, you could say, established her brand as someone who is anti-abuse.
The best and maybe also the worst part is that she's aware of what's happening. Let's not forget, Colleen isn't just some small-time author. She's a brand, the TikTok queen of emotionally destructive books. That kind of pressure is a lot.
I think it's really important to now stake a horse in this race and say, I obviously was completely manipulated and maybe rightfully manipulated. And
fans expect everything from her. New books, perfect behavior, constant engagement, and now 0 public meltdowns, which clearly isn't happening. And when the pressure becomes too much, people crack. Some go on vacation, others hit the gym. Colleen? She goes online at the crack of dawn and shares her emotional breakdown with millions.
But she's not doing more than that. And so like I said, this feels a little bit like a cop-out.
And listen, if I woke up one morning and saw the internet dragging me and my bank account evaporating because of a merch sale gone wrong, yeah, I'd be losing my mind too.
And I think it's more likely that what she's doing here is trying to stay out of it.
Right now, Colleen Hoover is at a crossroads. She can either step back, regroup, and salvage what's left of her reputation, or she can keep spiraling and become the next cautionary tale of when social media goes wrong.
If you are her PR team, if you're her agents, if you are her lawyer, you are saying to her, you need to be neutral. You need to stay out of this thing. This is not good for you. It's not good for your future, which is going to get ugly very fast. And it has the ability to ricochet.
The worst part, this whole situation is so unnecessary. If Colleen had just stayed neutral, let the court drama play out, none of this would be happening. But nope, she chose chaos, and now her career might be taking a hit because of it. Some fans think Colleen Hoover didn't just support Blake Lively. She got completely played by her.
Having worked through the preferred Reynolds style of abuse, that Colleen Hoover was similarly love-bombed by the couple.
Think about it. Justin Baldoni came to her with a dream, poured his heart into securing the rights to It Ends With Us, and was all about making it happen. Meanwhile, Blake Lively swooped in with her Hollywood glow, and suddenly, Colleen was all Team Blake like she just got recruited into a secret society. And now, as Blake is out here losing the court battle, she's staying as silent as a library at 3 a.m. It's like Blake whispered, "Trust me, babe, I got this," and then disappeared into the sunset.
She asked him herself. Initially, he was just getting involved with this project because of the book, but then she asked him herself to play Ryle in the movie. And things were great until Blake Lively.
Let's be honest, Blake Lively has been in this game for years. She knows how to handle Hollywood drama. But Colleen? She's a writer, not a crisis manager. She walked into this situation thinking she was about to see her book come to life. And now she's out here taking all the heat while Blake is laying low.
She got so much backlash from supporting Blake Lively that she took down her Instagram.
So the big question is, does Colleen realize she backed the wrong horse? Or is she still hoping Blake will come through and make things right? Because from the way things are looking, she might be rethinking all her life choices right about now.
And this is not the first time she has, been in the middle of controversy.
And just when we thought this saga couldn't get any wilder, Colleen deleted the video. After the internet went into full meltdown mode dissecting every second of her rant, she must have realized, oh crap, this was a mistake, and hit that delete button fast. But guess what? The internet is faster. Screenshots, screen recordings, reaction videos, you name it. The moment she posted that video, It was already living rent-free in everyone's phones.
She didn't even just limit the comment section.
Honestly, taking the video down just made people talk about it even more. Now everyone is analyzing what this means. Was it regret? Did her PR team step in? And let's not forget, this wasn't just any chaotic post. This was a first thing in the morning meltdown. That's a level of urgency we don't see every day.
You'd think, given all this experience, Colleen Hoover might not just jump to defend Blake Lively.
Now that the video is gone, the real question is, can Colleen Hoover bounce back from this, or is she about to enter her canceled author era? Because let's be real, this isn't just some oopsie moment. This is full-blown internet chaos, and the court of public opinion is brutal.
So look, it doesn't surprise me that she is getting a lot of heat, and I don't support that.
Fans are already making memes about her Diet Pepsi meltdown, and the comments aren't getting any nicer. Some are saying this is just another example of Colleen not handling criticism well. Others think she's finally cracking under all the pressure. And then there are those who believe she brought this on herself by siding with Blake Lively in the first place. And let's be honest, Colleen has diehard fans, but even some of them are side-eyeing her right now. When your own supporters are like, "Girl, what are you doing?" You know it's bad. So what's next for her? Is this just a temporary retreat or the prelude to more drama? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more sizzling celebrity gossip.